Focus on the people who are showing up, the ones who listen, the one who make you feel understood. So I don't have any professional background, professional microphone, or anything professional at all. So I'm just trying new things in my life. Hi everyone, and welcome to my very first podcast episode. I'm actually nervous and excited right now because this is something I've always wanted to do. So if you're here listening, thank you so much. It means a lot that you chose to spend a few minutes of your day with me, or maybe night, you're listening at night. Welcome to OverSiac. Overthink with me, feel the siac-ening truth. I wanted my first episode to be something real, something that feels familiar, not just to me, but to anyone listening. Let's talk about something kinda uncomfortable, but also very real. Outgrowing people. It is one of those things that nobody really warns you about when you're growing up. You think you're gonna have the same friends forever, the same group chats, or the same late night talks. And then one day, you just kinda realize something feels off. Not in dramatic, movie-type breakup way, just quietly, slowly. You start changing. They start changing. And the version of you that fit perfectly with them before doesn't really fit anymore. You know, outgrowing people isn't loud. It doesn't come with a big announcement or a dramatic ending. It is quiet. It is when someone you used to talk to every day suddenly becomes someone you only reply to every now and then. It is when the conversations start to feel a little empty. You're still friendly, you still care, but it's not the same. It happens slowly, quietly, like plans that never really happen anymore. And sometimes it hits you all at once. You scroll through your gallery and see old photos, or maybe you hear a song that reminds you of them, and you realize, wow, that version of us doesn't exist anymore. And that's when it stings. It hurts us. Because you remember how close you used to be. You remember how you thought it would always stay that way. Right? But the truth is, people change. You change. And sometimes, your paths stop moving in the same direction. What makes it harder is the guilt. When you start feeling distant from someone, you start blaming yourself. You think, am I being selfish? Am I a bad friend? Did I stop trying? But here's something what I've learned. Outgrowing someone doesn't mean you don't care about them anymore. It doesn't mean you love them any less. It just means that the connection you had once has run its course. People come into our lives for different reasons. Some stay for a lifetime, others just for a reason. But every single one of them teaches us something. Sometimes they teach us love, sometimes laughter, sometimes trust, and sometimes they teach us how to let go. And honestly, all of them are important. There's this quote I really like. You can't grow and stay the same. And that's the thing when you start to change. Not everyone will grow with you. Sometimes your growth will mean leaving behind old habits, old places, and yes, even old people. And that doesn't make you heartless. It just means you're evolving. Think about it like this. When you were a kid, you had your favorite clothes, right? And maybe you loved them so much that you didn't want to let go. But as you get older, they didn't fit you anymore. Not because they were bad clothes, but because you grew. Friendship are kind of like that. Some will fit you for years, maybe even forever, but others won't. And that's okay. You're not supposed to shrink yourself to fit back into them. There's this stage between holding on and letting go. And it's awkward, I know. You still care about that person, but deep down, you know you're not close anymore. You might still talk, but it feels different. And that's the hardest part, because you're trying to honor what you had without forcing what no longer there. Sometimes you'll find yourself replaying memories, trying to figure out when the shift happened, when things change. But truth is, there's rarely one single moment. It's just a bunch of tiny memories. Missed call, new priorities, new version of yourself, all quietly adding up. And one day, you just wake up and realize you both move on in different directions. That's it. But here's what it gets beautiful. Outgrowing people isn't just about loss, it is about space. It is about making room for new experiences, new lessons, new people who will meet you where you are now, not where you used to be. Sometimes the people who live your life make space for the ones who will come to arrive. And if you look closely, you will see that every time you let go of someone, you learn a little more about yourself. You discover what kind of energy you want around you. You realize what kind of person you are becoming. And maybe that's what life is, a constant evolution of who we are, shaped by every person we've met along the way. I think it is important to remember that letting go doesn't mean forgetting. You can still be grateful for what someone gave you, even they're no longer in your life. You can still look back at old memories and smile without wanting to go back. Gratitude doesn't always need content. You can thank someone in silence from afar without reopening the door. Because they mattered. They were part of your story, and that alone deserves appreciation. If you are in that stage right now, that in between where you feel like your circle's getting smaller, or people are drifting or going away, I just want to say this. You're not alone. It happens to all of us, even if no one really talks about it. It's painful, it's hurtful, but it's also a proof that you are growing. You're not the same person you were a year ago, and that's something to be proud of. So, don't force connection that feel heavy. Don't chase after people who've already chosen a different direction. Instead, focus on where you are going. Focus on the people who are showing up, the ones who listen, the ones who make you feel understood. Because growth isn't just about leaving people behind. It is also about recognizing who deserve to walk with you into your next chapter. When I say it's okay, I do not mean it doesn't hurt. It's okay to miss them. It is okay to wish things could go back to how they were meant, like how they were. It's okay to feel sad about something that you used to mean a lot. But after the sadness, it comes acceptance. And after that acceptance, it comes peace. You will start realizing that not everyone is meant to stay. And that's what makes certain connections so special. Because they were temporary, but real. So if there's someone you've been thinking about, someone who is part of your everyday but isn't anymore, maybe take this as a little reminder. It is okay to miss them. It is okay to wish them well. But it is also okay to keep moving forward. You don't have to hold on to everything to honor what it meant. Sometimes, the best way to love someone is to let them go. Gently and silently. Because you both deserve to grow. Thank you for listening to my first ever podcast episode. If you made it this far, I just wanted to say I am proud of you for being here, for listening, for growing, and for choosing yourself even when it is hard. I hope this episode gave you something to think about, or at least made you feel less alone in what you're going through. Remember, growth is not betrayal, it is self-respect. And sometimes, letting go is the kindest thing you can do for both of you. Thanks again for tuning in our first ever podcast, OverSiac, where we overthink with me and feel the shocking truth. I'll talk to you soon, and until then, take care of yourself and keep growing. Bye-bye.